Askren.
Oh yeah, it was a phenomenal press conference. The highlights were great.
Son, the highlights were great. Did you see Ben Askren's promo video?
Yeah, I saw you retweet it. Fantastic.
Absolutely amazing.
This guy's great at content.
He is great. And even when he's calling Jake,
Yeah.
he didn't call him Jake Paul. He calls him Logan Paul's little brother.
Yes.
And you know that's the thing that enrages him the most.
Yeah, dude. Of course.
I'll be honest. I think Jake seemed a little nervous.
I think Jake was just out trolled, but I still think Jake is going to win the fight. But I think he's not used to being on the end where like a fighter is better at that part than him.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever saw that coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a great call. And that can throw you off because you're like, I'm used to the one that like is antagonistic and doing these things.
I'm the asshole that gets under your skin. How the fuck are you doing this to me? I did not see that coming.
Yeah, there was one point where like he just didn't know what to say, and he's like, "Stupid pussy ass bitch." It was just you almost felt bad. You're like, "Oh fuck, you didn't have a line for that moment." So Ben is under his skin.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if he goes out and tries to knock him out too hard, and that works in Ben's favor.
I don't know. I mean, listen, everybody I know that knows boxing, you, Rogan, that's about it. They say he could throw, like this kid's legit nice at boxing.
No,
and Ben is not nice at, he might be good at fighting, but not boxing.
He's good. The only chance that Ben has, and it is a significant chance, is having good enough head movement to avoid Jake, and one, having a strong enough chin, and he has a fucking excellent chin.
Okay.
He does have an excellent chin. He's been hit hard with the little 4-ounce gloves. Having enough chin to sustain punishment until Jake gets tired. Because we don't know what Jake's cardio is going to be like. Like, it takes fighters years to build up to an 8-round fight. Like, most fighters, like, I think amateurs are 3 rounds now. There was a time I think there were 4 rounds. Like, and a lot of guys will fight 4-rounders and build up to an 8-round fight. 8 rounds is a lot.
Yeah.
And Ben has full fight cardio. He has 5-minute round cardio if he needs.
So if he can do 5 5s, he can do 8 3s?
I listen, but it's different. You know, boxing is also different. We'll see. But you probably go, okay, this guy's been fighting longer. He's been in the gym longer. He's been doing this for the last fucking decade and a half or whatever, however long he's been doing it. The guy's cardio is probably at a level that's better. And I think he's like, I'm just going to try to wear Jake down, and then eventually his cardio goes, and then I'll just beat him up and hopefully get a stoppage.
Yeah.
So it's really about Jake's cardio. And if Jake is too excited and trying to knock him out too quickly because he's too angry, he just really wants to expose this guy that has embarrassed him.
Yep.
That cardio goes.
How did his pad work look to you in that promo video, Ben Askren?
His pad work always looks trash, bro.
That's what I was thinking.
It always looks trash. But it doesn't mean that, one, he doesn't hit hard, and two, that he's not going to be in there and engage in doing some what they call like dirty boxing. Like, I think Ben could get in there in the clinch and then work out of the clinch well.
What does that mean?
The clinch is like when they're kind of like holding each other and like in a phone booth, they're just real tight.
Yeah.
So that's what I think he'll do. I think he'll kind of like hold one arm and then hit him with some uppercuts, maybe some overhand rights. Like
not technically legal.
It's not technically illegal either.
Okay.
Right? It's just like in the gray area.
Right,
You're not going to get a point deducted, but because you can work inside. But I think that's where he's going to feel more comfortable because he can also control him there.
Yeah.
If he needs to, he can wrap him up, and then once he wraps him up, there's nothing Jake can do.
Right.
You're talking about an elite wrestler.
Yes.
There's nothing, you just got to wait for the ref to come in and separate you.
Right.
Because physically, there's nothing you'll be able to do.
Right.
This guy's like ability to manipulate your balance with his is next level, right?
Okay.
The guy couldn't even strike, and he would just dominate fighters for most of his career simply because of that.
Right.
Same thing with like Khabib. Like, Khabib doesn't have to be good at striking because once he grabs you, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Like when he said to Jake at the press conference, he's like, if we were in an alley,
street, I would do a homicide on
you. Yeah, if I wanted, I could do a homicide on you.
Yeah.
Like, you know that too.
Yeah. That's a fucking...
That's kind of crazy.
That's
to
a
think
bar,
of.
dude.
Like, I could kill you if I wanted to.
Yeah.
A guy in rainbow sandals says that to you?
Yeah.
You got to believe that. If a guy in sandals ever says, if I wanted to kill you right now in an alley, I could do that.
Yeah, I believe
And Jake was like, come on. But he wasn't.
Yeah.
The best thing Jake can do is just make it about boxing.
Right.
Like, I would even lean in and be like, yeah, he kicked the crap out of me in wrestling or do all that. Of course. You're in boxing.
Yeah.
You don't know how to do that in this specific thing. I'm knocking your ass out.
This is not an alley.
This is not an alley.
Yeah.
This is a ring.
Yeah.
Do you think Jake feels like he's in over his head a little bit?
No.
Really?
Because I think he's fucking people up in the gym because everything that I've heard, he's legit. Everything that I've heard, and I trust the guys that I've heard it from. My guys told me before the Nate Robinson fight, they're like, yo, this kid is fucking people up. in LA. I think there was in LA, like legit people, not professional box, but like legit gym guys.
Yeah.
He's fucking them up.
Right.
Not just like, oh, he had a spirited sparring match. He's fucking them up.
Right.
So on paper, everything should go his way. But if he can't hit him, if Ben is elusive enough, can't do damage.
If Ben gets in his head, how big of a deal is that in boxing?
It can expose you.
Because I know in basketball, if you're at the free throw line in your head, you're fucked. But this is different. It seems like it's different.
It can expose you, I think, man. I think it can.
How so?
I think it just makes you want to knock him out, make you want to knock the person out quicker, and then you just exhaust yourself, and you only have so much fuel in the tank.
Right.
Eventually, you run out of fuel.
Yeah.
And an 8-round fight is about fuel management. As you get into 8, 10, 12, it's just as important to be able to manage your output as it is to like have those skills to be in there. Because you can have all the skills in the world. If you got 2 rounds in you, you're fucking done. Look at Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
And every boxer goes in with a game plan. So if you get in somebody's head and you get them off their game plan, now they're just scrambling.
Yes.
And once you do that,
So he
now you
can't
pick 'em
stop
up.
the shit talk in the ring even. Ben Askren got to be running his fucking mouth in the ring.
No, I don't even think he has. I think he has to treat him like a little kid, undermine him, kind of tease him, like really get him. And if the most important thing that he can do, and this is hard to do it, but is flip the internet on him. Because right now the internet is like Jake is the man. And he's trolling everybody, and he's almost 6'9" in the boxing, like the MMA community, right? So if Askren can flip the internet, be like, oh shit, Askren did this thing that's better, and now Jake is looking silly. Like him pushing his face, I thought meant that like Jake got under Askren's skin, because Askren never makes physical contact. Like Askren's his whole thing is like, why are we saying we're gonna fight each other? We're literally gonna do it for money in 2 weeks. Like I've heard him say that to people.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna fight. You're gonna get your chance. You don't have to yap right now about this. But when he pushed his face and then walked away, I was like, oh shit, is Jake under Askren's skin? Or did Askren go, I can mush this guy's face and there's nothing he can do to me?
I thought it was it was like a publicity thing. Like, here, I'm going to shove his face. Everybody's going to talk about that. He's not going to do anything. He can't. Like, this is not the boxing ring. I'll win here.
Yeah. It was cool to see Jake's reaction, though. Like, people criticized it. Like, he just slapped his stomach, but his knee-jerk reaction was like pull back and then react with a punch. Like, when most people are like attacked when they don't know, they just retreat and they put their hands up and they stop. They kind of freeze. Hands up, freeze. But his reaction was to move his head back and then counter.
Yeah.
That was the knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, that was interesting.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like to learn those instincts. He's only been boxing a few years.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll counter with an open hand.
He
a
can't
tap.
fuck the money up either.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that's still
If
his
it's reactive,
knee-jerk
though,
reaction.
if it's his knee jerk, you're not thinking. You're just going.
Yeah, good point. I don't know. I just thought I always like seeing like what do people really do in the moment, like how are they really going to react.
Yeah.
And he tried to at least counter.
Yeah.
Look, either way, I'm fucking excited.
If Jake gets knocked out, you think he like goes crazy, or even if he wins or loses on like technicality or something, like I don't really see Ben reacting negatively if he loses. I think he's just sort of like, all right, whatever, moving on. If Jake loses, do you think he throws a fit? Does he like go wild?
I think he spirals a bit.
The thing is like in my interactions and like I think most people's personal interactions with Jake, he's like just the sweetest kid. Like he's just a fucking nice guy. So he understands how to play the character and like hype things up. Right. So he was very like humble after his defeat of Nate Robinson. He's like, I hope he's okay. And you know, he called me out and blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
so I don't foresee him like making a big stink about it if he gets knocked out. Like I think, but if he does get knocked out, I don't see who he's going to fight again. So that's where shit gets tricky. Like he needs this to go well. He needs,
I mean, if he wins, it's going to be him and Conor McGregor is going to be a thing that would make a ton of money.
bro, if he knocks Askren out, the fight game is his.
The mere feat of making the amateur boxing world as lucrative as the heavyweight boxing world potentially, like if he can pull that off, that in and of itself is just like fuck, good for you. You fucking did it.
Pick whoever you want
Yeah.
that's in the MMA world,
Yeah.
and then fight them after that.
Yeah.
If he knocks out Askren, I'll be honest with you. If I'm Conor, I stay the fuck away.
Really?
Why?
Because you said Conor can box, Askren cannot. So to me, if I'm Conor, and we don't know if Conor wants it, but it's like, I mean, this is an amateur boxer. I'm essentially an amateur boxer.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I stay away. If I'm Conor, I
why?
stay away. If he knocks out Askren.
Okay.
Because Askren has been... Okay, so Askren has been in there with guys that strike. It's not like he hasn't.
And he has a chin. So if you manage to knock out a guy with a chin, then you got this guy's punching power.
The only time like Askren's been like significantly hurt in his career is when he got kneed in the fucking head at full run.
Yeah.
Like Jorge's knee.
Yeah.
Which was by design, but like that never happens. I don't want to call it lucky because he did train it and worked on it and predicted where he was going to go. He was going to shoot for the double leg and he kneed him right there. But like, I'll take that not happening 9 out of 10 times.
Right.
Yeah. Pretty infrequent.
Yes. So the guy's got a chin. He's dealing with bigger gloves, so the shit hurts less. And he knows how to avoid a punch. He's been in there with guys who punch.
Yeah.
And they haven't hit him enough to knock him out. And they know he's only doing one thing to them.
Right.
Is wrestling them.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he's like this versatile fighter. He's going into every fight going, I'm going to grab you, I'm going to hold you, I'm going to put you down, and then I'm going to punch you. That's all.
Right.
So, I don't know. It's just hard for me to just go, yeah, there's no way.
But like Conor went rounds with Floyd, and maybe Floyd was just like playing with him, but like...
Yeah, you say Floyd is carrying him.
Floyd's carrying him. Floyd don't train for the fight. Apparently he only just did like push-ups and shit like that. And even then, he just did whatever he wanted with him. Like, Floyd, I think Conor like has good head movement, you know, but like he couldn't hurt Floyd. He didn't have the power in the gloves. Like, it's really interesting. Conor is a fucking hard puncher at like 145 pounds. As a boxer, like the hands just didn't seem hard. It was really weird. I don't know what it is, but the punching power just wasn't there.
Because there's so much more glove, I assume, right?
Yeah, I guess. But like he caught Floyd with a clean uppercut. Like Floyd, I think, lunged in and like he caught him early with just a clean uppercut. Like hit him. It was nothing.